Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions? You're doing all the right things. You have a decent job, you pay your bills, you're responsible, but something feels off? Like you're living someone else's version of a good life, not your own. If that resonates, you're not alone. And I want to talk about a book that might just change everything for you. It's called The Compass Within by Robert Glazer. This isn't just another self-help book. It's a practical guide to finding your purpose and, more importantly, living it. Glazer argues that we all have an internal compass, but too often we ignore it. We let external pressures, what our parents expect, what society values, what our friends are doing, dictate our direction. The result? We end up feeling lost, unfulfilled, and disconnected from our true selves. So, what is this compass within? Glazer breaks it down into 4 key components, which he calls the 4 capacities. Think of them as the 4 cardinal directions on your personal compass: intellectual, spiritual, physical, and emotional. The goal isn't to be a superhero in every area, but to find balance and growth across all of them. Let's start with intellectual capacity. This is all about your mindset, your curiosity, and your commitment to lifelong learning. It's not about having a high IQ, it's about having a growth mindset. Do you believe your abilities are fixed, or do you believe you can improve with effort? Do you actively seek out new information and challenge your own assumptions? Growing your intellectual capacity means reading books outside your comfort zone, listening to podcasts that make you think, or even just having conversations with people who have different perspectives. It's about staying hungry for knowledge and understanding that your brain is a muscle that needs exercise. Next up is spiritual capacity. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean religion. For some, it might. But Glazer defines it much more broadly. It's about understanding your core values, your purpose, and what truly gives your life meaning. It's the why behind everything you do. What are the non-negotiable principles you live by? What gets you out of bed in the morning beyond just a paycheck? To connect with your spiritual capacity, you might practice mindfulness, spend time in nature, volunteer for a cause you care about, or simply take time for quiet reflection. It's about connecting with something bigger than yourself and aligning your daily actions with your deepest beliefs. When your actions and values are in sync, you feel a powerful sense of integrity and purpose. Then, we have physical capacity. This one seems obvious, right? Eat well, exercise, get enough sleep. But Glazer pushes us to think beyond just basic health. Your physical body is the vehicle that carries you through life. If your vehicle is constantly breaking down, it's pretty hard to enjoy the journey. Physical capacity is about having the energy and vitality to pursue your goals with passion. It's about recognizing the deep connection between your body and mind. Have you ever noticed how a good workout can clear your head and boost your mood? Or how a night of poor sleep can make you feel irritable and unfocused? Building your physical capacity means treating your body with respect. It's not about training for a marathon, unless you want to, but about creating sustainable habits that fuel your energy and resilience day in and day out. Finally, there's emotional capacity. This is arguably one of the most challenging, yet most important areas. It's about your ability to understand, manage, and express your own emotions, as well as to navigate the emotions of others. It's about self-awareness and empathy. Can you recognize when you're feeling stressed, and do you have healthy ways to cope? Can you communicate your needs clearly and respectfully in a relationship? Can you put yourself in someone else's shoes and understand their perspective? Developing emotional capacity involves practices like journaling to understand your feelings, learning to set healthy boundaries, and practicing active listening in your conversations. It's the foundation of strong relationships and personal resilience. The real magic happens when you start working on all 4 of these capacities in harmony. They're all interconnected. For example, if you neglect your physical health, physical capacity, you won't have the mental energy to learn and grow, intellectual capacity. If you're not clear on your values, spiritual capacity, you might struggle with making decisions and feel emotionally adrift. Emotional capacity. The Compass Within is filled with practical exercises and personal stories that make these concepts tangible. Glazer encourages you to do a self-assessment. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing in each of the 4 areas right now? Be honest with yourself. Where are you strong? Where is there room for improvement? The goal isn't to get a perfect 10 in everything overnight. It's about taking small, consistent steps. Maybe this week, you commit to reading for 15 minutes a day, intellectual. Or you schedule a walk during your lunch break 3 times a week, physical. Or you start a 5-minute daily journaling practice to check in with your feelings, emotional. These small wins build momentum and create a positive feedback loop. Living a purpose-driven life isn't a destination you arrive at. It's a continuous journey of recalibrating your inner compass. It's about consciously choosing your direction instead of letting life just happen to you. It's about building a life that doesn't just look good on the outside, but feels good on the inside. If you're feeling stuck or searching for more meaning in your life, I highly recommend picking up The Compass Within by Robert Glazer. It's a powerful roadmap to help you unlock your potential and build a life of purpose, balance, and fulfillment. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content on personal growth and meaningful living. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which of the 4 capacities are you focusing on right now? See you in the next video.